a general reading for the new year. Let's see how the year is going to be for... Well, let's do Zodiacs just to kind of get it a little different. Let's see how the new year will be for, you know, fire signs. So Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Let us see. How will the new year be for the fire signs? Come on, give me a card or two. That's a card, thank you. Fire signs, new year, what it shall be. Sometimes cards are just like, nah, bruh, they won't come out. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that's a chunk. Chunk. Take that card out, put the rest back. Usually I only take like the top card when like 7 cards come out altogether. Because usually it's just those cards kind of stuck to it. Sometimes when it's like, when I'm being called, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, there's more cards there for a reason. Other times there's not, and that card's sticking out. Ooh, complicated? Is that what that says? Yes, it is. What does the other card say? The lighting is like there, so it's like, I can't see. What does it say? Choices, forbidden, complicated. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like definitely with like chaos and like, let's see, will it focus in on this a little bit? Not really, kind of. Ooh. Kind of, not really. So like chaos, forbidden, complicated. Definitely makes me feel like you're gonna have like, not chaos, choices, sorry. But forbidden and complicated kind of is chaotic a little bit. But moving on from the past line, I definitely feel like the fire signs are gonna have so many choices that are gonna have to do. And some of the choices are gonna be considered like forbidden in the sense of like taboo, like money situations, because sometimes people find that taboo, which I find a little weird. Or they're gonna think it's a little, maybe sexual shit, maybe some other thing like a job, or, you know, forbidden fruit in some way, shape, or form. So definitely choices in something that possibly could be forbidden, or something that in your childhood or religious stuff, any kind of religion thing, is necessarily like forbidden or a sin if it's specifically Christianity. And then like it's complicated. Obviously it's going to be like a very complicated, convoluted choice between like doing something that's considered forbidden and taboo and doing what is expected of you. And it's going to be definitely complicated and difficult and stressful to say the least. Definitely choices. You cannot fucking see that. Forbidden and complicated. That one you can kind of see. I need to figure out the white balance. I shall do that later. But definitely that is what's going to be happening this year for fire signs. You're going to be put up for choices when it comes to things that aren't necessarily traditional for your family, your life. Like, you might be like, you know what, I'm interested in this job and I never thought I would be. Now you're interested in it. Now you're just gonna have the choice of like, do I quit this job to start this new thing? Or, you know, things that are like forbidden, taboo, non-traditional. Definitely. Think of it like the High Priest, but reversed, I think. Because High Priest is all about like morals and values and traditions and things like that. So it reversed would be, you know, going against the grain. So definitely that's going to be the theme this year for fire signs, unfortunately, or fortunately. Depends on what situation it is in. Depends on what situation. So now let us move on to water signs. Okay. What doth the water signs need to know for this year? What's the theme of it? Water signs. Water signs. So Pisces, woo! Okay, there's one. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. What is the new year going to? Woo! Wow, that's a chunk. Let's see. Okay, all of these cards. That's. Oh, it's gonna be a complicated year for water signs, obviously. the first card that came out that popped up properly is like Grove. So that always makes me think of like, there we go. That always makes me think of like your home, your grove, your place to grow kind of thing. Because a grove is like a little nook corner kind of thing. So definitely is that. Ooh. Invisible. High Priestess of Water. Definitely for the water signs then. Playful and understanding. So, let's see here. This is a little more complicated than normal because, you know, 5 cards. Yeah, I did math right. 5 cards. So, like I said, Grove, definitely like home, your little nook, your cranny, your area to like go to and relax. Invisible, maybe your little area to feel invisible, or you're feeling invisible, so you want to go to your little area. High Priestess of Water, definitely like emotions, reflection, things like that. Playfulness. Understanding. Okay, I genuinely feel like this is saying water signs are gonna have like an emotional year, which stereotypically, but like seriously, like the High Priestess of Water definitely being here. Focus on the card, please. Oof. Okay. The High Priestess of Water being here definitely, especially it being like in the middle of the cards, like this is the High Priestess, and then it's these 2 cards and these cards. Like, definitely, this is like the center of attention is the High Priestess of Water. So that means like the center of this is going to be like emotional reflection, you know, mirror yourself. So then these other cards being the Grove and and being invisible and then playful. It's not wanting to focus on that at all. Nope. Too bright. And then understanding. Figure out the lighting situation for next time. Definitely it is like definitely. Oof, it is saying like but water signs are gonna have a year where they're gonna feel a little invisible here and there and there and here. And they're gonna like seclude themselves into their little grove to, you know, contemplate, understand things, move forward. And, you know, I think you just need to be reminded to be a little playful in this time. There's gonna be rough things ahead. You're gonna have times where you just feel like no one sees you and no one understands you, and feel like you need to be isolated when maybe you don't. You're just around the wrong people. So, definitely, like playfulness. It will not. Nope. I keep trying and it's failing every time. It's too bad. Basically, it's a cat playing with a little pendant, a moon pendant kind of thing. But you definitely need to have that, like what a cat has. Like, the playfulness of, like, I don't care about the world. I just want to play a game. I just want to roll around on the floor. I want to take a nap. Like, you're going to need a lot of rest, a lot of, like, focus, a lot of reflection. It's going to be emotional, and that's perfectly fine. You're going to need to relax and focus in on yourself and feel, like, allow yourself to feel those emotions, reflect, and finally come to a full, like, understanding. Yeah, it does not focus correctly of, like, what's happening. So, definitely water signs are going to have a little bit of a tough year, too. Ooh, okay. Let us see about air signs, which anytime I read for air signs is a little difficult for me because in my main 3, I am all 3. I am an Aquarius sun, a Libra moon, and a Gemini rising. So anytime I'm focusing in like air, like that energy of air, I genuinely need to like detach myself because I encompass mostly air in my chart. So I have to like, ooh, I have to focus so hard to make damn sure that it's not me I'm reading for, and it's like air sign in general, the zodiacs of all the air signs, not just me. So Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Ooh, my mouth. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Libra. Libra is hard for me to say right now in the sentence of Aquarius. Libra. Gemini. Ooh. Let us see. Oof. Come back to me. Okay, I'll get the card in a second. Let us see what it shall be for the new. Ooh, whoa, okay then. Whoa, okay. Give all these to me. No, not that one. Well, yes, that one too. Okay. And then get the other cards. So, excuse me. Oh, sorry, I put that right next to the mic. That was loud. Apologies. Whee! Wow. Okay. So, those two, and then these two. Okay, there we go. Oh, no. This one on top. Okay. There's order, and sometimes the order is appropriate. Not appropriate. Sometimes the order matters. Okay. So, the moon. Again, reflection. And emotions, because water. Movement, and being persuaded, and pulled. There we go, pulled. Individuality. High Priestess of Spirit. And then the High Priestess of Fire. Ooh. Okay, air signs. Whew, okay, so let's see. Moon, individuality, spirit, and fire. Ooh, okay, so the moon, kind of see it, not greatly, but the moon being, you know, again, emotions, being pulled, pushed and pulled, like the tidal waves do because the moon's gravitational pull. So, emotion, light and dark. That whole thing. Individuality, obviously, you being yourself, and everything like that. That is supposed to be Zoe Redbird, who is the main character of House 9. So, individuality, obviously, being like true to yourself and whom you are. How on earth did these cards get all dirty somehow? That's odd. So, definitely that. And then High Priestess of Spirit. That is way too bright. You're just like not gonna see it, are you? Nah. Kinda. That helped. That kinda helped. Okay. So spirit being like. Why am I like blanking on what the hell spirit resembles? I don't know, but I'm kind of blanking on it. It's not a good thing. The spirit resembles. Spirit usually is magic. Your internal, your higher self, your intuition. There we go. Now my brain's flowing. And then fire, definitely being like your passions, your love, and all that. So, that's you really can't see things, and that sucks. So basically, this is going to be a lot of like yourself for air signs. It's going to be a lot of pushing and pulling and darkness and light. So basically like dual and individuality and things like that. Of finding yourself, listening to your higher self, listening to your passions, listening to your dreams, listening to love in your life, listening to, you know, spirit of the world, listening to the universe, listening to your guides of any kinds, listening to yourself, self-reflection, finding yourself, being the person, individuality, finding your own individuality in all of the world of stuff. So this year is definitely going to be like soul searching, finding yourself, all that. Definitely, that is what I'm getting. Like you're gonna find your little niche. You're gonna find yourself in where you want to be. You're gonna find, like, air signs are definitely gonna have kind of a rough year. Obviously, you're gonna have to like focus in on yourself, understand things, be ready to like reflect, like really hard reflect on like what's happening in your life. Reflect on why. Ah, excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you, cards. Excuse you. I was not asking you a question. But definitely having to like reflect. And have that push and that pull and the dynamic of darkness and light and balancing that to find your proper individuality. You're definitely going to be having to do that, air signs. Definitely going to have to do that. Whew. This year's going to be fun for me then. Okay. And then Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, and... No, Sagittarius is fine. I never memorize them. If I do and I don't, because there's always one that I forget, and it's always the Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. Hold on. Taurus, Virgo. No, my brain. Okay, hold on. Yo, what the fuck is it? I don't know. This sucks. My brain is just blanking. Earth, zodiac signs, what are they? Capricorn! Why do I forget Capricorn? Literally my Venus is Capricorn, and yet I forget Capricorn almost every single time. Either I forget Capricorn or Taurus. That is... Especially because, like, again, my Venus is a Capricorn. And I just forget it every single time that Capricorn is a sign. Okay then, so... How is this early? Early. No, I was going to say Earth again because my brain's still focused on that. Whew, okay, so how will this year be for Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo? What is in the store for this year ahead? For Taurus, Capricorn, and the Virgos. My North Node is a Virgo. But let us see what the Earth signs have in store for the new year. Earth signs, hello. Differences, alrighty then. Earth sign. Year ahead. What is up? Earth signs. Year ahead. Give me cards. Earth sign, year ahead, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Ah! Okay. Ooh. Oath. So promises and an oath to do some things. Okie dokie then. Let's see what else has in store for the Earth signs for 2022. Ah! Sometimes when I shuffle, it just like shuffles and then I just slip through and then I'm dropping all the cards, but it's because I'm not holding the cards right. Come on, give me a card. Give me a card for the Earth signs. 2022. There you go. Good job. Good job. Is there another card? Because that was difficult. Is there more for the Earth signs, or is there not? Not more? Ah. Well, that's just turned into a mess. I take that as a no, but I'm gonna shuffle one more time just to make damn sure. You good? You good? Ah. Oh, you're not good. Cycles. And then, ooh, go over here. Complicated. Okay. So, differences again. Cats. Yeah, there's two cats there, by the way. Like, ooh. Yeah, you can't see. But there's two cats for differences. Then oath. Does not. Ha. Then complicated again. You have to make things so complicated. And cycles, which is just moons, which I do not think you're going to be able to ha. I think kind of. Also, like, my hands are shaky, so that's not fun. Okay. So, differences, oath, complicated, and cycles. Okay, I definitely feel like earth signs are going to go through, like, a cycle. Either a cycle change or, like, a cycle that they've had before. And it's going to be complicated, obviously. But I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to have, like, differences between two people, and it's either going to be, like, an old friend or colleague in some way, shape, or form. Someone that you want to reconcile with? Reconcile with? I always say that word weird. So, you know, you're going to make a promise, or they're going to make a promise. Someone's going to make a promise to, like, not steer you wrong, or have the friendship last a little longer, or talk honestly, or something. And I feel like possibly trust is going to be a little misconstrued and ruined slightly. Or it was ruined. Trust was ruined, and now they're making a promise not to do that again. And it's definitely going to be a complicated situation. Definitely. And it's either going to break some cycles or start up a cycle again. So, say this person made that promise to you before of like, hey, I'll be better, I'm not that kind of person anymore. There's a possibility that it's going to go either one of two ways. That they are actually a different person and that they have changed. Or that they're just trying to pull some bullshit and they're that same person that they were before. Where they're lying to you and being like, yeah, no, I'm fine. And they're not. And they're just going to hurt you again. And that cycle is going to repeat. Or, again, like I said, it could be that they actually have changed. And that cycle might change and finally break and become something new and better and great. So, definitely promises are going to be made. Differences are going to be had. Differences in thoughts, people, you know, differences. Definitely. I do feel like it's going to be like an old friend, old colleague of some sort coming back. Ooh. Coming back in your life. Saying like, hey, miss you or some shit. It could even be like an ex of some sort. And if it's an ex, you know, tread lightly because there's a reason you guys broke up. Sometimes exes are fine. And there was a reason that you broke up, but it wasn't like, you know, extreme. So, just depends.